Welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So today from a science subject we are going to discuss about water. Okay children, and the chapter is air, water and weather. So we have learnt about air in the previous session and today we'll learn about water. Okay, so what is water children? It is one of the basic necessities of life. No, without water we cannot live. No, without water we cannot live. We in the sense all the living organisms like animals, human beings, plants, birds, everybody. No, so without water we cannot live. And nearly 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered by water. So nearly 3/4, the maximum amount of the earth's surface is covered by water. No children, and where we can see water? Where we can see water? We can see in rivers, seas, oceans, wells. No, so all these areas are filled with water. Okay children, human beings, plants and animals all need water to live. So as we said, so all the living organisms, we need water to live. Okay children, now water exists in 3 different forms. Water has also got different forms. How many are they? They are 3 different forms. What are they? Ice, water and water vapor. So what are the children? Ice. See how it is. This is also water, but it has got a different form. Like this is one form and this is vapor, water vapor. Are you able to see the water vapor? Again, which is, this all water vapor. Okay, and this is water. Okay children, and water changes from one form to another on heating or cooling. Water changes from one form to another form on heating or cooling. Suppose for example, here if you see, when this ice is heated, when this ice is not heated, when this ice again, if you are keeping it for room temperature in a warm place, this is going to be melt. No, if you take out ice cubes from the fridge and keep aside for some time on your dining table or somewhere in your room, what happens? That ice cubes are going to be melt and we will be getting the water. No, again if this water is heated, if this water is heated, what happens? It is going to evaporate and we can see this water vapor. Can you see the water vapor? When we heat water in a vessel, you can see the water vapor. No. Again, if you keep the ice, if you keep the water, or if you pour water in the ice tray, or if you pour it in a glass and keep it in the fridge, no, in freezer, what happens? Due to that coldness, again this water becomes as ice. Yes or no children? So water changes from one form to another form on heating or cooling. Okay, let us learn about that. And now evaporation. Evaporation, this is a change of water. Okay, evaporation is also one change of water. Okay, evaporation is like the liquid substance which is becoming a gas. Okay, liquid substance which is becoming as gas. Okay, and the process in which water changes into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. So what is evaporation children? The process in which water changes into water vapor on heating. On heating, this you have to remember very carefully. On heating is called evaporation. So for example, as I said before, so when you take water and heat it on the stove, so as the water gets heated and starts boiling, you can see small drops of water, water drops rising. No, that is nothing but the water is evaporating in the form of water vapor. In the form of water vapor. Okay, so so you can see that these are the water droplets. which are coming because of the heat. Now, this process is called as evaporation, and we have learnt that water is also present in the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. No, we also learnt that water is also present in the atmosphere. What is atmosphere, children? Nothing but the air or surrounding air. Okay. So, in which form it is present? It is present in the form of water vapor. Okay. And the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere is known as humidity. We call this water vapor which is in the atmosphere, that is air, it is known as humidity. Okay, so we cannot see this water vapor which is in the air. Okay, children, you cannot see this water vapor, but you can feel this water vapor. Feel in the sense, sometimes you feel very sweaty. No, you feel very sweaty and very heat type of feel. So that is nothing but the humidity in the air. Because of that, we feel sweaty. Okay, children. So this water vapor which is present in the air or in the atmosphere is known as what? Humidity. And when the weather is very hot, more water gets evaporated, which makes the weather humid. Okay, so when the weather is very hot in the sense, suppose like sunny day in summers, what happens? The days are very hot because of the hot sun. No, so because of this, the water gets evaporated. So already we learnt that on heating, water is going to evaporate. No, in the beginning we said on heating, water is going to evaporate. And in which form it is coming out? In the form of water vapor. No, so when there is very much hot, water gets more evaporated, and where much amount of water vapor will be seen in the atmosphere. Will be seen in the sense, will exist, will be there in the air. Okay, so that is why the weather is humid. Even the weather is also hot. Humid is nothing but hot. Okay, children, clear? Yes, now. And now the rate of evaporation depends on the following factors. So the rate of evaporation, how does the evaporation occurs? That rate is depending on the following factors. What are they? It is the wind speed. Wind speed. What is wind, children? Moving air. Moving air is wind. Okay. Wind speed means, if you see, for example, a bowl of water kept under a fan, it evaporates faster. If you keep a bowl of water, if you keep a bowl of water under a fan, it evaporates very quickly. It evaporates very quickly because this water is kept under the moving air. Under the moving air, because and the air is moving very speed. No, as the fan rotates speedily, so because of that air, the water also evaporates very fast. Okay, children. And the other factor is heat. And when a pot of water is heated, it evaporates faster. Now, if you take water in a pot or in a vessel and you just heat it, then also you can see the water evaporating fastly. Okay, I mean, you can see much amount of water vapor, that is, it is evaporating faster. Okay, and now the surface area. Surface area. Water kept in a broad vessel evaporates faster than the water in a narrow vessel. So, if you keep water kept in a broad vessel, suppose this is a broad vessel, if you keep have water in this broad vessel, this amount of water evaporates faster than the water which is kept in a narrow vessel. Narrow vessel in the sense like this. No, it is not broad, it is narrow. No, this water does not evaporate quickly which is kept in narrow vessel. Clear, children? So that is why surface area. The surface area, and this is the area where the water has been occupied. So that is also one important factor. And the last one is humidity. What is humidity? As we said, the water vapor in the atmosphere. No. And how this humidity is going to, change this evaporation? Like water evaporates faster in places with less humidity. Water evaporates faster. Now, humidity means what, children? Water vapor in the air, as we said. So, as the water vapor is less, as the water vapor in the air is less, what happened? That is going to dry the air. No, that is going to dry the air, and it is going to go with the high amount of evaporation. Like the lower the humidity, the drier the air and the higher the evaporation. So water evaporates faster in places with less humidity. Clear, children? Okay, because there is much heat, water is going to evaporate fastly. No, when there is much heat, you will be having humidity. No, in this condition, water evaporates faster. Clear, children? And now we learn about condensation. Condensation is the process in which water vapor changes into water on cooling is called condensation. So it is opposite to evaporation. Evaporation is on heating it will change. No, on heating water we'll get evaporation. But here condensation is opposite to that. On cooling, water on cooling is called condensation. The process in which water vapor changes into water. Water vapor is going to change into water on cooling is called condensation. Okay. For example, when a lid is placed on a pot with boiling water, we can see water drops on the underside of the lid after some time. So here is an example for you, children. So when you just place a lid on a pot, okay, which is with boiling water. No, sometimes we boil water, and when you place a lid on it, on the pot, so after some time we can see water drops on the underside of the lid. No, if you take out the lid after some time, you can see some water drops on the underside of the lid. Okay, not on the upper side, underside of the lid. Now, why is this? This is because condensation takes place when the water vapor touches the cold surface of the lid. Because of condensation, what happens? When the water vapor touches the cold surface of the lid. Now, because the pot is hot, why the pot is hot? Because it is having boiling water. Even the water is hot, but we placed a cool lid on the pot. No. So then what happens? This water vapor, this hot water vapor, when it touches that cold surface of the lid, no, what happens? Then condensation takes place, and because of that it changes into water. Okay, children. So hence it cools down and forms water droplets. That's what. Hence it's cooled down and forms water droplets. It is going to fall down as water. Okay, droplets. Clouds are formed by the process of condensation. And you see clouds. Now when we get much heat, no, so all the water vapor is going to rise up. No, and so they are going to form as clouds. No, form as clouds. After getting cool, they are going to form as clouds. And during winter, early in the morning, we can see tiny drops of water on grass and leaves. See children, especially in winters, in the early mornings, what can we see? You can see very small drops of water and grass and leaves in front of our houses. Okay, see here in the picture. So this is all the small drops of water. No, and we call these small drops of water as dew. Dew. Okay, they are formed by the condensation of water vapor present in the air. So they are formed by the condensation of water vapor. As we said before, the air also contains water vapor. After getting cooled, because it is winter, no, we have coolness in the night, especially more in the night. No, nights are much colder. So because of that coldness, this water vapor is going to be like seen like this on the plants, on the grass, in the form of dew. Okay children, because of that coldness, this water vapor is going to get cooled. They are formed by the condensation of water vapor present in the air, this dew. Okay children, and now this condensation is like, as we said before, like to take a vessel and heat the water, and if you place a lid, so this boiling water, when it touches the cool surface of this lid, it is going to form as water droplets. No, now after getting cooled, this water vapor, it becomes as water. No, like water droplets. So that's what we explained. Clear children? Yes, now. Now here is an activity for you. And what is the aim? To observe evaporation and condensation. Evaporation and condensation. And what do you need? You need a cotton handkerchief, a glass of water and ice cubes. Okay children. So what are all the activities we explain you in the lessons? Children, please try to do this. Experiment is all these things, because they are very easy, and what are all the materials are required are available at home only. So with your parents' guidance and permission, so kindly try to do this experiment so that you can understand the subject well. Clear children? And now see, we'll just see how is this procedure. Now wet the handkerchief and spread it out in the sun to dry. So we have taken a cotton handkerchief. No. So now what we have to do? We have to wet the handkerchief and spread it out in the sun to dry. Just dry it by spreading the handkerchief. Observe it after an hour or two. What do you notice? So observe it after some time. What do you notice children? Yes, the handkerchief will be totally dried. No, because of the heat, because of the heat of the sun, the water is evaporated. No, evaporated on the kerchief, on the handkerchief. So this is what is evaporation. On heating, the water gets evaporated. Clear children? And the other one is, now fill the glass with water and put some ice cubes in it. Now take a glass. Yes children. So now we have taken a glass of water. Now this is a glass of water, and we have just put some ice cubes in that. What happens now? So what is the observation? Okay. So after some time, you can see some water droplets on the outer surface of the glass. Are you able to see here? Are you able to see some water drops on the outer surface of the glass? Yes, this is what we have observed. Okay, so small drops of water are seen on the outer surface of the glass. And what is this? This is condensation. This is condensation. And what is evaporation children? Condensation, and this is evaporation. The kerchief is dried in the hot sun. This is evaporation. So what do we conclude? Water from the handkerchief evaporated as water vapor. That is why it dried. So water from the handkerchief evaporated as water vapor. That is why it is dried, no? And water vapor from the air condensed on the outer surface of the glass. That is why small water drops were seen. Okay, so this because of this ice, so the water vapor has been condensed. No, because the water vapor, where it is? Water vapor from the air. No, it is condensed on the outer surface of the glass. Okay, children. So because of that, we were able to see the small water drops. Clear, children? So hope you have understood this. Now we'll learn about water cycle. Water cycle. So what is it? What is cycle, children? Have you have you been riding a cycle, a bicycle? Have you seen a cycle tire? It's keep on rotating. No, it's keep on rotating. Cycle tire. So same like that, we have a water cycle. The sun heats the water in seas, rivers, lakes and ponds and changes it into water vapor. So these seas, rivers, lakes and ponds, so what are all these? They are all water bodies. No, they are all water bodies. And so they receive the sunlight. They all receive the sunlight. No, when they receive the sunlight, what happens? The water there, it gets heated. And it changes that heat into water vapor. And this is that heat in this is that heated water into water vapor. Okay. And this water vapor rises up in the atmosphere where it condenses and changes it into tiny droplets of water. What happens again? This water vapor is going to rise up in the atmosphere. It is going to rise up in the atmosphere in the air where it is going to cool down. It condenses in the sense it's get cooling down and it changes into tiny droplets of water. The water vapor is going to change into water drops after getting cooled in the air. Okay, children. And these water drops join together to form clouds. All these water droplets, they are going to join together in the sky to form clouds. And inside the clouds, what is there? The tiny water droplets join to form bigger drops. So all small droplets of water, they are going to join to form a bigger drops. Okay, and that drops are nothing but the clouds. Now inside the clouds we have all the bigger drops of water, and when these drops become heavy, they fall on the earth's surface as rain. So when these all drops become very heavy, they are going to fall down on the earth's surface as rain. Okay, children. So this is the water cycle. In this process will be continuing. So that is why we call it as water cycle. So as you can see in the picture here, it is very clearly shown to you. Just carefully observe. So what is this is the earth where you are having the water. No, a river, a sea, ocean. So all this water is going to get heated because of this sun. No, because of this sun. So this, after getting heated, what happens? Evaporation takes place. Evaporation is nothing but forming water vapor. No, water vapor, that is. And this water vapor is going to rise up. No, and when this is going to rise up, so it is going to get cooled by the water vapor, by the atmosphere. By the atmosphere. Now, because of the cool air, this water vapor are going to become water droplets. Water droplets. And all these small droplets, what happens? They are going to join together and become big droplets, where you can see like our clouds. They are going to form as our clouds. Now after getting cooled, and what happens? These water droplets, so when they become heavy, they are going to fall down as rain. No, fall down is nothing but precipitation. Precipitation is a form of rain, snow, so any kind of weather condition. So where it is falling down from the sky. Okay, so this is known as precipitation. Clear, children? So again, this when rain comes, what happens? Again water is collected. Again water is collected in the water body. Maybe it is a river, sea, all, wherever. No. So again this water, after getting heated, forms as water vapor. Then after getting cooled, forms as water droplets and clouds. Again after getting heavier, the clouds again fall down in the form of rain. So this is the water cycle. Clear, children? Yes, now. So children, so we have learnt about water. How does it evaporates? How does it condenses? No. And what is humidity? And we also learnt about water cycle. So tomorrow we will be continuing with more information about water. So until then, take care and goodbye. So thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.